So let me just start things off by inviting anyone who wants to thumb this video up. That's always appreciated. And if you're not already subscribed to this channel, please do so. And if you want to share any of my videos over on social media, that is massively appreciated. I would also like to thank my Patreon, Linda Mac, and let anyone know if you want to see what I do over on Patreon. There's a link in the description and a QR code on the screen now. I did come across this video just the other day.
Where's the outrage? I'm going to go off for a minute here because where is the outrage? It's been a week and a half and now we're doing this story. I get it. Thanksgiving was happening and all that, but they tried to hide behind that, right? Maybe this will make it through the news cycle. No, it's not. Okay. Adidas didn't cut ties 48 hours after Kanye did his whole thing, right? And they got lambasted for not speaking out against anti-Semitism. This is a week and a half and nobody seems to care that there's little kids involved in this. I can't speak what it's like to be a black man, right? I can't speak what it's like to be a Jewish woman, but I can speak what it's like to be a father of two young boys. And that this type of behavior, when I worked at CBS.com out of a little closet my first show, I was like, I'm going to say this and wear a blue shirt. I got 49 emails saying, maybe wear a purple shirt and maybe don't say this here. Don't tell me this slipped through the cracks when you're getting a court case that features child pornography. It's disgusting. It's disturbing. Jeopardy's got to flip their whole production because of one person said something, but they wanted to be woke and do all that. How many other examples are there? 10, 20, 30, 40 years we're going back to cancel people? But this slips through the cracks. It's outrageous. And that people aren't outraged and skipping work with their posters and going to the courthouse or going to Balenciaga and stars aren't wiping their Instagram and social media with all their Balenciaga gear is disgusting in itself. Don't you tell me, Hollywood, how to live my life or you want me canceled or because you produce something. You're going to go around because Balenciaga pays you $1 million, $2 million, $5 million. Kim Kardashian, shame on you. You're a billionaire. You don't need this company. They need you. And for you to take a week and a half to come to a conclusion, shame on you.
You can hear the scripted outrage. Well, look at the tweet. It's by someone called Rob Smith. They happen to have this blue tick next to their name. What might that be all about? Nearly 250,000 followers over on Twitter. Who is he? Over here we can see relevant people on Twitter. He's an Iraq vet, Columbia University, president of the Douglas Society, whatever that is. Frequently Fox News. He's a deputy editor. He is mainstream media, just like this guy, Jeff Shroeder, is mainstream media. Happens to put a 23 in his name. Is this anger as raw as it might first appear? He talked about when he started on CBS. He just flashed it very quickly there. Watch this hand here. What is his left hand? And he just very quickly flashes the devil horns. There he goes, he's ripped his earpiece out. The producers are screaming at him, stop going off script, you've gone rogue. Bear in mind what I was saying just a few episodes back. The people that have been lying to you for all these years, reading the news, paid liars, that's what they are. Just because they start saying things that actually sound truthful, sound like what you want to hear, don't suddenly start thinking that they're all of a sudden on the level. We will actually be looking at what this guy was so outraged about very soon, where he does the 666 hand symbol. There we go. Is it just a hand symbol that he happened to flash up to demonstrate what he was saying, or was it completely part of it? News programs like this, once a newsreader goes off script, you know what they do? Boom, they close you down like that. You don't get heard. They do not let someone start screaming about anything, especially not a subject as touchy as what could be seen as slanderous, and where he's going on about Balenciaga. Just reading some of the comments from some of these people. This is great stuff. A person with an informed, fact-based point of view. No, he's a newsreader, I'm afraid. He's just saying what he's been told, and he's putting his job at risk for something that matters, protecting children. He's doing none of these such things. He's making you aware of something they want you to be fuming about. Who's this guy? No doubt another newsreader or presenter. I actually know Jeff from my time on CBS Big Brother. Awesome guy. Yes, Big Brother. Interesting they say that. Jeff Shroeder. Not only is he a newsreader, there's something you can see in the background. Marriage Boot Camp, reality stars. These people are reality TV stars. It may well be American, but I think they do it the same way as we do over here. Think of all the reality TV stars we've got over here. Jake Quickenden, Ex on the Beach, Ashley Kane and Safia Voronin, who sold a story of a dying child. who I've covered quite heavily. Jade Goody, another reality TV star. Yeah, these people cannot be trusted. This is one of the fashion piece. I actually blurred the image of the child. And we're going to look at what they've presented here. And then I'm going to compare it to something that happened in a British soap opera not that long ago and ask, is it really that different? How can someone get so worked up about this, which I agree is bloody weird. I mean, it's teddy bears with bondage gear on. Got one with a boy as well. So they've got the same teddy bear in it, just in this bottom corner. Also, interesting world they've drawn on the wall there. So you've got this horrible bear just here, of course. You've also got, just on the bedside table, got this white rabbit. I do remember asking some time ago, you know, what is the relevance with white rabbit? Because we seem to see it everywhere. If we look at that other image once again on the bed to being Satan, white rabbits were also a pretty significant part in the story of Archie Battersby. If you're not familiar with Archie, he was a young lad that was on life support for a long time, and his mother kept going to appeal courts to stop his machine being turned off. I called it out as being the usual fabricated, horrific stories that we get given on mainstream. Looking at the way the mother acted, didn't have the emotions of a mother who genuinely was, you know, trying to keep her child alive. Horrible, horrible stories. And another one was the story of Olivia, a girl in Liverpool. I think she was 9. She was shot by mistake. She was also featured with a white rabbit. I'm not sure, but I was told it is a reference to child abuse or something along those lines. Let me show you what a British soap opera thought perfectly reasonable. This episode is from the 30th of June 2022. In the story, he's gay, just split up with his partner because the partner thought he had cheated on him, but really he'd been raped by a man. Vile, disgusting story. Typical cheerful EastEnders.
Dad, what? You could get me something tonight.
Tonight?
At the Pride Fair.
Oh, where did you get these?
Callum got them ages ago. There were like a bag of chips is going to be there. Please, 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 you have to take me.
That was the episode I was referring to. Now, I've called out EastEnders in the past for doing product placement where they advertise in things like the Spice Girls coming back. I mean, how many young children honestly go to their gay parents and say, please, please take me to gay pride. I've got to go. Does that really happen? I'm not sure what that bit was about all my favourite chips being there. Perhaps that's some gay reference you have to be part of the community to understand. Where's the comparison? I've never been to gay pride or gay pride fair or whatever that was. All I know is that it is something that celebrates people's sexual perversions. I mean, sexual... What's the word I'm looking for? No, I'm going to stick with perversion. People that are proud of the fact that they identify as being... All right, what people want to do in the privacy of their own home, your business, between you and God. If you ever do a search for gay pride and just look at some of the site for EastEnders to try and push the idea that little kids are begging their parents to be taken there, I think that is as horrific as showing kids next to dolls dressed up in BDSM. They also get in the rainbow, a reference to God telling us that he will no longer deluge the world with a flood due to people's perversions, and so just to really mock God, they say, we're going to use that symbol that you gave us, that covenant, and we're going to flaunt it and say, look, we're going to do anything because you won't deluge us again. What does that say on that chair? It looks like it's wrapped up in police tape or something. I'm sure there's a whole load of symbology going on. You've got the reverse B&B 22, of course. Yeah, let's just look at Balenciaga. Their website, interesting, there is no kids sections actually that I can find. So you've got a women's section, men's section. They have a pride section, because why wouldn't you? But there's certainly no kids section. Just look at the price of some of these. Balenciaga Adidas tracksuit jacket. That crappy red jacket. 1,750 quid for that red jacket. A fool and their money is easily parted. But whatever. It's just going to show that the sort of people that actually buy this line of clothing that Jeff Shroeder got so irate about. It's not the common people. It's not your everyday person. It is people like him. It is people like the Kardashians, if they're real. So many people coming out saying it's Jeff Shroeder, you know, what a hero for speaking out against something as horrific as these images. But the last subject I was going to look at is Prince Harry looking like Spider-Man.